Hello, everybody. I am super duper excited. You see, I am smiling from ear to ear. I am fangirling right now. We are hanging out with award winning author Danielle Allen, hanging out with us today. God, guess what? This is her first time at the cafe. I'm super duper excited. And she has a new release that is hot off the press. Guess what? You already know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because we're hanging out with author Danielle Allen and her new release, Plus Size Player. And Danielle, we got to talk about that title too, my friend. But before we go into all that, please introduce yourself to the people.
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being here. My name is Danielle Allen. I am, oh my goodness, I've been writing since 2013, like writing and publishing since 2013. So a lot of people think that Curvy Girl Summer and Plus Size Player are my first books, and they are
Okay.
not. Those are my
Right.
first traditional releases, but
Uh-huh.
I have written 50 plus books prior to that. So I have 55 titles total. And
I love that.
okay, like, so I've been doing this since 2013. I love romance. And so being able to write romantic fiction is just everything to me. So I
Yes.
with the love and support that I've gotten over the years, I would not be able to do what I'm doing now without the love and support that I've had throughout the years.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So, for those who are just joining us, she just kind of spilled some tea. She has a mega backlist, okay? 50 plus books that you can go and check out her books as well. So, thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing that with us. And, guys, hot off the press is her hot new release. It is book two in a series. But, Danielle, let's get this out the way. If they're first stumbling upon this for this book, do they have to read it in order or they can read it and go back? Do spill some tea.
It is my recommendation. It is the way I designed it for you to read Curvy Girl Summer first, and then Plus Size Player, and then Big Girl Blitz. Now, there have been many people who are coming in at Plus Size Player and then going back to Curvy Girl Summer.
Okay.
There is a slight spoiler if you do that.
Okay.
No one has said it's ruined the experience of Curvy Girl Summer for them,
Yeah.
but if I could choose, I would have you read Curvy Girl Summer, then Plus Size Player. But people have read Plus Size Player first and then Curvy Girl Summer. But
Okay.
without a doubt, Jazz's book has to be read last. That's Big Girl Blitz. So if
Okay. Okay.
Plus Size Player and then Big Girl Blitz, because Aaliyah's story in Curvy Girl Summer runs from the end of June until the end of August. Plus Size Player runs from the beginning of August to like the middle of September. And then Big Girl Blitz starts in a whole different town in June and then
Danielle,
goes
you better spill the tea. You better give us the tea.
okay, and it goes from June all the way into the fall. And so
Yeah.
you're to see whoever Aaliyah ended up with and whoever Nina ended up with in Big Girl Blitz. So like you have to read that one last, but I would like for you to read it in order, but technically I guess you can read Plus Size Player first.
I love it, guys. She just spilled the tea. She just gave you the order. Take notes. Go back and catch the replay if you need to do that as well. Danielle, I am so excited. And let me just tell you, the book girlies, they were excited. When they found out that Danielle was coming to the cafe, I mean, they was getting all ready. I had a person, I'm not sure if she's doing this yet. She was like, do not let me forget. She was like, remind me, remind me. So I do not forget this interview as well. Now, Danielle, you have to share with us, my friend, what inspired this series? And when you first wrote the first book, did you know that was going to be a series?
Yes, like I pitched it as three best friends. They're all fat, all black, all have natural hair. I knew that for my now I've written big body heroines my entire career, but I knew my first traditional offering, I wanted that to be main characters that are fat black women who are being loved unapologetically, and their love story wasn't wasn't predicated on them losing weight in order to find love, wasn't predicated
Okay.
on them having to struggle to find love. Because in my life, in the lives of other fat Black women that I know, we're being loved out loud. We are being like, you know what I mean? So, like, sometimes in traditional media, if you are in a bigger body, regardless of your race, if you're in a bigger body and you're a woman, then they make it seem like you can only be the sassy friend or the
Mhm,
comic.
mhm.
They don't ever want to like show how loved you can be in a big body, because
Yeah.
it's honestly because it is more financially profitable for them to try to make you feel like you need to lose weight. So I
Mm.
that my first offering in the traditional space was going to be these three best friends, all fat, all Black, all natural hair, and their natural hair is professional because it's the hair that's coming out of their scalp, and just being loved. And so I pitched it that way, and I was fortunate enough to land at a place that saw that, embraced that, and wanted to celebrate that with me.
I love that. I love that. Danielle, let me just tell you, we are super duper excited for you. I mean, when you brought this series to us as well, they are having a ball in the conversation, in the comments as well. Helen Gibson, she shared with us, she said, I love the way you express that love out loud. I know, I love that, Danielle. Look, tell us about that statement. That's a bold statement that I love as well. Those women that may be curvy or maybe larger in size or what have you, that they loved out loud. And I love that because, like you said, most of the time, even like on the big screen, they're like the sassy friend or what have you. But you know what? Hey, it's enough love out there for all of us. And Russ, let me just tell you, he expresses that. Okay. Woo.
Rest is like that.
Okay.
Rest is like that. I feel like to be loved out loud is to be loved properly, to be seen, to be
Mhm,
honored, not just for your looks, but you're not, but they appreciate, they love
mhm.
the way you look in addition to all the other ways.
Yeah.
It's not a fetishization, it's not a over sexualization. It's
Yeah.
a genuine attraction, and in addition to wanting to show you off, wanting to show out for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like there are so many instances on TV, in movies, and in books, in traditional media, because in the indie space there are so many books about fat women being loved, but in the traditional space there are fewer. And then
Mm,
at the like television, when you look at movies, like even when you have a the star of the movie or the TV show being in a bigger body, it's like
mhm.
the first movie that like comes to mind is what's the one with Queen Latifah and Common, Just Right.
Just right.
And then it's like, he opted for the smaller build woman
Her
first.
cousin.
Hmm.
I can't think of
And
her name right
then
now, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
like in my mind, I was like, she was married to Robin Thicke. I can't think of her, the
Yes.
character,
Yeah.
but
Is
and
it
then
Paula Patton?
Paula
That's her real
Patton, yes,
name, but
yes, that beautiful woman. But Queen Latifah's beautiful too. He had more in common with Queen Latifah. And spoiler alert, I'm sorry, I don't. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I do like the
yeah,
movie,
it's a
but
good movie.
just that when you see a lot of these stories, it's like these people being loved despite their size. And it's like, but that's not how it is in real life. Like,
Mhm,
I've never participated in a relationship where a man didn't love all of me. And I've done
mhm,
that my whole life. And I have like loved me my whole life, and I
mhm,
have been loved and spoiled my whole life. And so I wanted to, and I know so many other fat women who have the same experiences. So
mhm,
it just feels like what I wanted to do when I wanted to make sure that my offering to the world was, because just because you get one traditional deal doesn't mean that all of the books are going to, like, it's a 3-book deal, but that doesn't mean that all 3 books are going to come out. It depends
mhm,
if the how it's received and if they're making money from the situation. So
mhm,
I knew that if Curvy Girl Summer was the only book that was ever gonna be traditionally released of me, then it was gonna be this story, so that other fat black women, other fat women, other women in general, and honestly, not just women, other people in general would be able to see the story, and then if they've never been fat, been able to check some of the things they might have said and not realize how it comes across. Some people
Mm-hmm.
are moving through the world like Uncle Al and not
Mm-hmm.
realizing, oh, it's offensive when I say that. The
Yeah.
people who come at Nina, like being able to recognize some of the ways in which they are like talking down, not realizing they're talking down to someone. So
Yeah.
like having these experiences and being in the head of a like woman in a bigger body, you're able to see things that you might not have seen if you weren't
Mm.
if that's not your lived experience. But for people who are living that experience, to be able to see it reflected in a way that, like, okay, I don't have to be with this man who's trying to hide me. I don't have to like, because oh, listen, there's plenty of men who want us and want to love us out loud. But then there's also the men who want us, but they don't want anyone to know that they want us. And so they'll be in the DMs and they will
Mhm.
be like wanting to like get up, but they want to be out and about with whatever their image of what the media tells them is the dream girl. And so they will try to on the side be like, hey, da 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 da, but that's not what they want publicly like out there. So I wanted people to see that
Mhm.
and know that if that man want to hide you, there's plenty of men who are going to love you like Russ loved Nina. Okay, so
Yeah.
let Dr. Russ, don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. And so that's why I wrote the
Yes.
stories,
And
because
guys, if you wonder who we're talking about, all I'm gonna say is this: Russ is book bay. Okay, Russ is book bay. For the book girlies out there, Russ is book bay. And oh my goodness, Danielle, we are just having an amazing time hanging out with you guys. If you're just popping in, we are hanging with award-winning author Danielle Allen, and hot off the press, guys. She's talking about her new release. And hold tight, we'll be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of Plus Size Player. Now, Danielle, okay, first of all, check out this cover, my friend. Tell us
mm,
about this cover. What was that like for you when you saw the final cover for Plus Size Player?
I was so happy. I didn't know what to like. I didn't. All I told them is that all of the girls, they need to be. You need to be able to see that they are physically fat. Like, don't try to hide their bodies behind the
Mhm.
man or like cut them off and it's just the neck. Like, I want to see that they're fat, and I want. And I told them the different hairstyles, and I was like, Nina has bantu knots. That's it. So I didn't know what I was gonna like. I just told them fat bantu knot
Wow.
Nina.
They nailed those Bantu knots. Wow.
Okay. And so when it came back, I was just like, this is beautiful. I love
This is
it. And so
beautiful.
I every step of the way, every time, all I said for Aaliyah's, it was just she has her hair, like her natural hair. And I want to see her rolls. And they gave it. For Jasmine, it was like she has locks and I want to make like nice and chunky. And they nailed it. And so each and every time, like I feel like Kiosha showed up and showed out.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. I love that. Talk about representation showing up on the cover. I love that as well. Now, Danielle, you have to spill some more tea, my friend. Okay. This title, Plus Size Player, was it the original working title or did it come later? Tell us about the title.
So the originally the titles, it was like the Curve series, and all of the titles were going to have Curve in it. And the like head of Bramble was just like, no, I think like it should be something different. It can be the Curve series, but like do something. And I was like, okay. So then it was Nina's book was always going to be Plus Size Player because she's a player, and so like it was always going to be like she's. And I feel like plus size is what
She
they
got them categorized, okay?
okay,
But it's
listen,
about that
she got
fun
a roster.
one.
She got a roster. And so, but like plus size is typically used when we're talking about clothing. And
Mhm.
so for Nina being the fashionista that she is,
Yeah.
plus size player just like rolled off the tongue. And I was like, yes, love it. Love it.
Yes.
So
I love that. I love that, guys. If you're just joining us, as you can see, we are having an amazing time hanging out with Danielle Allen. If you have a question or two, put it in the comment section as well. She's spilling a little bit of tea about her new release, Plus Size Player. And guess what, guys? It will be coming. We'll be sharing with you in just a little bit about how you can get your hands on a copy of Plus Size Player as well. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the characters. I mean, Danielle, we have to talk about these characters. Now, for you, my friend, you can take it from the entire series as well as this individual book, Plus Size Player. What came first? Was it the characters or was it the plot? Because, child, listen, the plot thickens.
So for the series as a whole, like I had to tell them what. So the whole thing has already been planned out from the beginning. So
Okay.
it was already pitched as the three books and what it was going to be, and I knew that Aaliyah's story, like Curvy Girl Summer, was going to be a slow burn. It was going to be the dating chronicles of like
Mhm.
what it is to be fat and online dating.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
to be and like with all three, they all present differently. They are best friends.
Okay.
They all present differently, but they are all confident, beautiful women,
I
and
love it.
they navigate the world differently. Um, Aaliyah was looking for the one. Nina was looking for the ones. And it wasn't because like she just felt like she was scorned and
Yeah.
like it's because she was like, why am I going to waste time with one man who's not giving me everything that I need?
Right.
If I can, like, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. Like, I want to enjoy each and every day. So, like, I might have a man for each that serves each purpose. Like they all had to reach a baseline criteria to even be considered. So yes,
Yeah.
there was a fun one, there was a funny one, there was a romantic one, and then there was a smart one. But there was always a basic criteria they had to even meet before they could even get
Right.
their categories. So they were all good men.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, somebody rose to the top, but like it was never her thought that like love didn't exist. She saw that each and every day with her parents.
Uh
It
huh.
was just that like the stress of trying to find the one, why I'm gonna do that when I can just enjoy my life and focus on the enjoyment of my life
Hmm.
and not put that pressure on them to do more than what they can do. And
Yeah.
so that's how she navigated. And because again, Aaliyah's was like, I'm trying to find the one and like the kind of the stress of and the waiting. So
Yeah.
when people are like, oh, it's a slow burn, that's how it is. When you're looking for the one, like it doesn't necessarily happen immediately. For some
Yeah.
people, it
Yeah.
does. But like for most of us, it doesn't and it takes time. So it was a slow burn because that is the process.
Hmm.
Nina, it was not a slow burn because that's not Nina's personality, but also like
All I'm
but
gonna say is helicopter ride, but we're gonna keep on moving. Woo, helicopter ride. Okay. So uh Danielle, basically you actually lead us into a great segment in my next question because we want to know here at the cafe, each man in their own sense represented a specific desire of Nina's. So for you, how did you select those? Like how did you pair like which one of her desires with which man to fit that? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
yes. So they all had a criteria that they already had to meet. They already had to be
Yeah.
gainfully employed. They had to be
Hmm.
smart. They had to be funny.
Yeah.
They had to be fun. They had to be romantic. They all had to be those things too. But they also had to have like the same like goals, thought processes, all of the things that she would like enjoy the company of that man. However, some people are funnier than others. And so it's like if I need a
Yeah.
good laugh, just like you have a comfort show, like, and you know it's gonna make you laugh every time, that was the funny one to her. Like all of them could had the they were amusing, they were all funny, but he was hilarious. So he became the funny one, and she only wanted to do
The fun
funny
one.
stuff with him. And so it's like,
Yeah.
and then with the fun, it's like Russ thought outside the box. And so he was able to provide that fun that she was looking for. So when
Yeah.
coming up with those four specific like criteria. It was just what I felt like in the moment. Like when I was just like, what things, if I'm Nina, what things would, and those were the things that like the romance, the intelligence, the fun, and then
Uh-huh.
also the funny, like those were the things that stuck out to me. That's what I would want
Wow.
to be highlighted, but also like having all of the other characteristics too. So it's like you're coming in with everything, however, you excel at this one thing, and
Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
you
you
excel
gotta
in the
spill the
rest
tea of the behind the scene. Oh my goodness. I am just enjoying myself. They are enjoying themselves in the comment section as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, let me just tell you, you are in for a treat. We're hanging out with Danielle Allen on today, guys, a plus size player. It is hot off the press. We'll be sharing with you in just a moment how you can get your hands on a copy of her new release. Now, Danielle, we have to find out this. When you hear these three words as it pertains to plus size player, share with us, spill the tea. What comes to mind? Like first thoughts, love, labels, and layers.
Oh, okay. So when I think of love, I think of in Plus Size Player, I think of Nina and her parents and the way they
Mm.
love her so and poured into her. The reason Nina's so confident is because of the love that her parents have poured into her. And she always knew, like, I feel like I know that I'm a bad bitch. And that's because of the love that has been poured into me. And like, and I know who I am and whose I am.
Uh huh.
Everybody has the ability to be a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Everybody is a bad bitch, but like sometimes you don't think that because you've let outside people try to tell you what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Own it. And so her parents have poured into her and they not only support her but her choices. So that love, the love between Nina, Aaliyah, and Jasmine, that friendship love, that the type of the people who show up for you all the time, your chosen family, like that is love. But then also for Nina in particular, the man that she ends up with, that romantic love was not just a like the desire that existed between them because their chemistry was palpable. It
Yeah.
was also the way in which someone sees you, shows up for you, stands up for you, and does for you. Like the
All
way
right.
that man that she ended up with showed up for her in all the ways and all the times and all the instances
Mm-hmm.
needed to, it like that is love. And so even before the words were actually verbalized, it because love is an action word. Love
Yeah.
is a verb. So like it was shown in the way in which he showed up for her
Yeah.
in particular. Because I was telling someone that like who Aaliyah ended up with was a perfect man, a great man, perfect for her. But that wouldn't have been the man for Nina. Just like the man for Nina wouldn't have been the man for Aaliyah. Like
Yeah.
the perfect, like they got to be perfect for that individual character. So like love is all throughout the story, but it's not just but and also like Nina's love for her life. Nina loved her life. She loved what she did and she was passionate about what she did. And she like loved herself and she was passionate about making sure she was being respected and that nobody was talking to her any kind of way and that she was just enjoying the life that she was living. So love is all throughout the story. The focal point may be who she falls in love with and have a romantic relationship with, but there's love all throughout the story that I hope that people take
Yeah.
away.
I look, Danielle. Oh my goodness, man, you are just dropping some jewels, and the time is going by so fast. Oh my goodness. Now, I want to ask you this. We talked about rest a little bit, as well. But for you, when you think about all the characters that make up plus size player, is there a character that was interesting, borderline fun for you to write while you were in your writing cave? And then on the flip side, is there a character that at moments gave you pause as you had to say, you know what, let me sit with you for a moment? So kind of a two-part question.
So, like, I loved writing all of the characters because they all served a purpose. And so,
Okay, okay.
like, there was no character that gave me pause in Plus Size Player. And honestly, in Curvy Girl Summer or Big Girl Bliss, there was no character that gave me pause. But I will say, would have gotten the most like feedback from is people being upset about Uncle Al, because I feel like the way Uncle Al treated Aaliyah made people feel away, and like it
Mhm.
triggered some people. But for a lot of people, that's their reality, and that's what I wanted to reflect, and that's what I wanted to show, because Uncle Al isn't just a family member, he's also the society that we live in. Society is
Yeah.
constantly saying like, "Hey, you need to lose weight. Hey, you should be smaller. Hey, you don't deserve this because you're fat." And all of this,
Mhm.
and so that is Uncle Al is not only a representation of a family member, but also the way society continues to treat you if you're a bigger woman. And so, but there were no characters that made me feel like no. But I loved writing all of them. I really did. I loved all of it.
Look, well, Danielle, okay, we'll go a little bit go a step further. Is there a character that surprised you when they showed up on the page or in your writing cave, like those voices when you was like, oh, okay, all right.
the I will say that there was so Matthew from Curvy Girl Summer
Uh-huh.
uh was surprising, just because he comes in strong. The first chapter, they're getting right to it. And plus, as player, the only person that I could say was, I feel like Nina had chemistry with one of her coworkers, and
Hmm.
I think that like as I was writing it, I was like, you know, like I this is not where this is going, but
Okay.
I could see that being a thing if she didn't if her roster wasn't already full. Like if she didn't have, because Nina attracted a number of men. And so
Yeah.
like she's a girl. And so
I love that. Danielle, we're having so much fun with you, my friend. Oh my goodness. I want to ask you this, Danielle, when it comes to the characters in plus size player for you. I want to also, I liked how the different individuals or the different guys for Nina. I liked her realness of how she when she was talking to her best friend. It was one of the scenes that was close to the beginning. And there was she was in the car. She was on her way to a date with the smart one. Was
talking
over. She was coming
talking
back.
to Leah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell us a little bit about that and how was it like for you when you write that dialogue with the friends?
Oh, see, it all plays in my head like a movie. And so like
Oh,
I'm writing it and I'm like seeing it and visualizing like how it would go. But
yeah.
also like that's how like I like for everything to be as realistic as possible. So
Okay.
like this is how me and my friends would talk to each other, where it's just like, girl, get it together. Like, because I feel like sometimes you need somebody to tell you to get it together. So like the when she's talking about her experiences, she's not only a little bit in denial, because it's like, no, I'm going on this date and it's cool. And it's like, it seems like you looking forward to the date that's coming after it. And it's like, mind your business. I'm in the moment. I'm in the
Yeah,
moment. Okay. Let me be in the moment.
right.
And so,
She was like, you don't even talk
right.
about them the same. She was like, the one that's coming after you get really excited. The one is now is like, okay.
She said, mind your
Say
business.
no.
You all in what I got going on.
Oh my goodness, guys, we are having an amazing time hanging out with Danielle Allen on today. Danielle, definitely share with us what do you want readers to take away? Like again, if this is their first book for you and they're doing plus size player, or if they start with the first book in the series as well. But what do you want readers to take away from this
I want
series?
people to first and foremost take away that your your size is not a determining factor of the love that you should receive. Like at no point should you allow someone to make you feel like you are not worthy or not worth the type of love that you are seeking. And so if you are, regardless of what size you are, like if you know what you want,
Yeah.
go for that. If you know what you want,
Mhm.
stand on that. Don't allow someone to give you less than what it is that you want and that you need, and then also know yourself. Be confident in who you are. Move through the world like the bad bitch that you are. I feel like too often people feel like, oh, I don't have X, Y, and Z, or I don't look X, Y, like whatever way. And it's that lack of confidence that is feeding into, like, that's allowing the negative things that other people say to really sit in your system. It's not saying that like the things that people
Mm.
say won't hurt your feelings, because like if people are mean and hurtful,
Mhm.
it's going to be hurtful. But not letting that hurtful language change how you feel about yourself, change how you move through the world,
Mm.
change how
Mm.
you decide what it is that you want and need and desire. And so also, like, chase your dreams. Like whatever it is that you want to do,
Mhm.
Nina had a plan, what she wanted to do, and she set forth that plan and she worked towards it. She worked her ass off, and like, and then opportunities when they present themselves,
Yeah.
she took them. But like, have a plan for what it is that you want, and chase it, and be confident in your abilities to do it. I mean, and be realistic about like what it is you can and can't do, because I can't sing. So like if my dream was to be a singer, that would not be that would not be a true but
Right,
like if you
right.
are good at something and it's not happening for you right this second, that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily going to happen. You keep going and you keep doing what you need to do
Mhm.
for you. And so, and just being confident. So that's what I'm hoping people like really walk away with, that sense of self, that self-awareness, but also finding that confidence within them to not just, and
Mhm.
not necessarily just about like the physical, like your physical look, because that can change. Like you can, how you look is going to change, but being confident in who you are as a person, that's what's
Yeah.
most important. Like, yes, be confident in how you look, absolutely. But also be confident in who you are as a person and what your abilities
Yeah.
are, and then move through the world knowing that you are that person, knowing who you are, and again, whose you are.
I love it. Danielle, thank you so much for dropping those gems with us on this evening. I appreciate it. And the time goes by so fast, my friend. But before we go, guess what, guys? There is a giveaway on today, and I'm going to allow Danielle to share with you what the giveaway is going to be.
It is going
Danielle?
to be a paperback copy of Plus Size Player.
I love that. I love that. Well, Danielle, I'm going to get you to help me, my friend. I'm going to go up and down the comment section. They already know what to do. All they had to do to be in the running was to comment during our broadcast on today. When you tell me when to stop, I will stop on that person's name and they will be the winner of a paperback copy
I
of
am
Plus Size Player. I'm
all
ready
right,
when you
ready?
are. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. Helen Gibson, you are the winner. Something she was saying, she was like, I love this thought process. You are the winner, my friend. If you will inbox me your information, I will get that over to Danielle Allen and her publishers. They will make sure that you get a print copy, a paperback copy of Plus Size Player. Danielle, it has been amazing hanging out with you, my friend. Please share with us, how can they get their hands on a copy of Plus Size Player that's available in ebook? It's available in print, and is it available in
Absolutely.
audio as well? We audiobook
Yes,
girlies here.
and Wesley Siobhan did that, okay? She did a great job. So you can get, Plus Size Player and Curvy Girl Summer at most most retailers. If you Barnes and Noble, Amazon, Books a Million, all of those, there's, you can get it, yeah, I really feel like at the major bookstores, and also indie bookstores, support local indies. You can get the rest of my catalog, mostly on Amazon, but also on my website. Definitely check out my website, okay? And yeah, like, and hopefully I will see you at an event sometime soon, and then you can get a signed copy at an event. So I'll be at the house party this weekend, behind the pen next weekend. I'll be in Kansas City. I'll be at the Petersburg Book Fest in September, at the Black Book Bash. Oh, wait, Me and My Romance Friends in Dallas. the Black Book
Uh-huh.
Bash in Florida, um, Southern Hearts in October. That's in Columbia. I think that's it for the year. Like, so I'll be.
Like, I'm like, you know what, guys? I go to her website. We'll make sure that we put the link in the comment section. Check out where she's going to be. Find her at a book signing near you as well. And again, Danielle, thank you so much, guys. Go out and get a copy of Plus Size Player. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And of course, once you read it, leave a review. I know that author Danielle Allen will be so appreciative of you guys leaving a review. Like I said, we will put her contact information in the comment section. Make sure you stay connected with her as well, and tell a friend to tell a friend about Plus Size Player. And real quick, Danielle, I want to allow you the last words of what you want to say
Thank
to
you
the
all
people.
so much. I appreciate the love and the support that I've gotten, not just from the traditional releases, but throughout my entire career. I appreciate you so much. Also, if you if you can support, I would appreciate it, because the way in which these books are sold is how the next book is able to come about. So like, if you have it already and you want to listen to it, definitely support the audiobook, because Wesley did that. Okay, like, and I'm not just saying it because because it's my book. She brought it to life. Okay.
Hey, it's good. If she did her thing, she did her thing. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Danielle, guys. That is our show on today. Like I said, we'll make sure we put in the comment section how you can get a hands of your plus size player, as well as how you can stay connected with Danielle Allen. We will see you guys next time. And as we always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.